And just like that, another season of Coastin Thru Europe has wrapped. This year we visited 18 theme parks in 5 countries, had an absolutely spectacular time, and we hope you guys enjoyed the videos too.
Yeah, and it's always really fun for us because, like, you know, we went on this trip back in June and July, and now it is December. So it's always fun to like go back and rewatch and relive all of these things.
You know, some of these videos are over an hour long, which, you know, it's crazy to see how much the series has evolved over time. Go back and watch that first season. They've changed a lot.
I think our longest episode of season 1 was like a little over half hour.
Yeah.
And now we're rocking like a solid like hour and a half long. It's crazy. Production value.
Yeah, but
going up.
Tell you what, we always have fun doing these superlative videos. Hopefully you guys have been around with the channel for a bit, that you've been able to enjoy some of the other ones we've done for not just Coastin Thru Europe seasons, but also Coast in the Desert and Coastin Thru Asia. So these are some of the categories that we've crafted that we feel like really encompasses everything from this trip. And we want to start things off with the category of most underrated park. The nominees are Family Park in Austria, Doenrel in the Netherlands, Mandoria in Poland, and Wildlands in the Netherlands. Honestly, I think every single one of these parks is like super underrated, and that was one of the things that we had fun with this trip, was visiting some places that don't get talked about as much. So this category was actually really tough, but we gave the award to Doenrel.
This park was awesome. Like, neither of us are usually water park people, but the fact that we were like super gung-ho about going to it, and it was a ton of fun, and we loved the dry park, like, it just made sense for this trip.
It was just a really cool atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know, the way it was like almost like a RV park like destination, just like out there in the woods. I don't know, it was a vibe. I dug it.
All of these were great though. Like Wildlands, I'll never forget getting to pet a prairie dog. Like that
place was really cool.
Existence.
Mandoria, like cool to see a new indoor theme park in Europe. Family Park, super elaborately themed.
Yeah.
Like beautiful.
Highly recommend all. So to be quite honest with you, the next category was a little tough to come up with. We're going with most underrated coaster. Now, I feel like a lot of the coasters we did on this leg of Coastin Thru Europe were pretty adequately rated.
Yeah. Well, in several of these parks we had already been to before.
Correct.
And so for this, we targeted attractions that we experienced for the first time.
That we maybe undersold in some kind of way. So the nominees are Crazy Bats at Phantasialand. Finally, on that one. My gosh. I was thinking I was never going to ride that thing. Rat Mill at Family Park. The actual name's in German, but we're just going to do the English
That's
version.
what it translates to.
Aquila at Mandoria. Vogelrock at Efteling, and Choco Chip Creek at Energylandia.
Vogelrock was the only one on here that we both had experienced before, but if you go back and watch
that
vlog, we always forget about it. It like somehow continues to fly under the radar, and then we always get off and go, wait, that was really fun.
Yeah, well, I feel like the thing that I always remember of that ride is the bird.
Oh, yeah.
The bird out front.
It's a pretty big bird.
But anyway, that one didn't win. Aquila did.
Yay, Aquila!
That ride is fantastic. So, we're both fans of Big Bear Mountain, obviously. But I feel like that was somehow even better.
It was so cool.
Like layout-wise.
The way that they like interwove it with all of this like practical theming. It's all completely indoors. There's some parts of it that it's pitch dark back there. Has a really fantastic presentation, perfect soundtrack. It was just so impressive.
Yeah, and it just something about the way the layout flowed. I mean, that's kind of like a thing with Vekoma, like they're very flowy.
Yeah.
But this one, like particularly,
I think
like, oh.
This one would probably not be underrated if it was a park that I think more people in the coaster enthusiast community got to.
Well, and I forgot we were even doing it, so that's why that one made the list. So I was like, we got there. I'm like, oh right.
Yeah, this is here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We always like to throw in a category of moments that really stood out to us during the trip, and there's always some things that like you don't expect, right? And so this category is biggest surprise, and there are actually quite a few good ones. The nominees are the Prater walkthrough turning into a madhouse.
That was weird. I didn't even know that was possible.
Climbing to the top of a tower to reach the tube coaster at Schloss Dankern.
Honestly, this is a good nominee, but I feel like the real one for that park was the fact that there was like a Duke and Duchess lived there.
Yes, that was...
and that we needed their permission to film on the ride. But anyway, I digress.
We'll nominate that for something else. A themed indoor SPF Visa, completely in the dark at Mandoria. The unhinged slides of Tiki Bad.
More like the unhinged guests on said slides.
That too. and the Hansel and Gretel house near Wallaby Holland. That one was not actually in a theme park, but you know what? We gave it the award anyways, because it was crazy.
I'm pretty sure every Dutch person I know has heard from me now, like, if you have not been there, you should.
Yeah, it completely flies under the radar. Literally 10 minutes from Wallaby Holland,
It's so
and
good.
it's like a little theme park in there. That place was nuts. If you're going to Wallaby Holland, you have to go here.
And the food's really good. But that was like,
Yeah.
like genuinely, there was no part of me that knew it was going to be like that. Like,
No.
no part of me at all whatsoever.
We didn't even know we were going there until like earlier that day.
Well, a fan recommended it, and we're like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Someone recommended. It was like, hey, you should check this out. I was like, okay, sure. Like, I didn't really know what it was, and we
glad
walked
you
in. I was
did.
like, oh my god.
Thank you for that. So we couldn't get Matt to do the exact same category multiple years in a row. So I'm going to be presenting Best Water Ride. He will be coming next. So in the meantime, the nominees are Chiapas at Fantasialand, Beaver Lodge at Family Park, Hollander at Efteling, River Quest at Fantasialand, and Speed at Energylandia. I'll tell you right now, he would not pick that one.
No, he would not.
It was so funny. He was obviously the most resistant to riding, and he was like purposely picked like a rose. Like, I'm not gonna get that wet, and he by far got wetter than everybody else.
Karma.
But anyway, the winner is Chiapas.
Yeah, this one was no surprise. Yeah, this thing is just incredible. Just wows us every single time. The thematics, the fact that the drop is actually that steep is wild.
It freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. It's so well done. Fantasialand has a real winner on their hands, and they know
quite
it.
the soaker.
Yeah, must do.
And now to present the category of funniest moment, we have the wonderful, the dry Matt Maz.
Hey everybody, Matt from Coaster Studios here, and after another fantastic trip across Europe, we are doing superlatives. So, I have been blessed with presenting the Funniest Moment Awards. Obviously, we had funny moments throughout our entire trip, but when some people were there, we had better moments than others. So, the nominees for the funniest moments are riding the Boomba Dark Ride at Plopsaland, the Prater Showman scaring us on the Geisterbahn, the Duke and Duchess being unavailable for on-ride filming, and of course, me on the single-rail Alpine coaster. So, the winner is me on the single-rail Alpine coaster. I am so honored to receive this award. That ride was absolutely fantastic, quite scary, and the screams were real. And it gave everybody a good laugh. Obviously, because you know I'm the best. So thank you for Taylor and Sarah for giving me this fantastic award for the funniest moment on the trip, and I look forward to more funny moments with them in the future.
So are we just allowed to do that? Like just on the spot?
No,
I'll
but
remember that.
okay.
Oh, good for Matt.
Thanks, Matt. I
He's
guess.
always my funniest moment, so.
Okay. Next up, we have Best Dark Ride. We had a lot of great nominees for this one. But actually, there were, I would say, a lot of parks that we went to that didn't have like a standout dark ride. So you'll notice some of these dark rides all come from the same park. So our nominees are Symbolica at Efteling, Fata Morgana at Efteling, Danse Macabre at Efteling, and the Geisterbahn that's underneath Wiener Looping at Prater. Yeah, this one's an easy one. Congratulations, Danse Macabre. You deserve every award possible. This thing is incredible.
Yeah, and like, even if you were to take the approach of like, because I know people are like, it's not a dark ride. Some people think it is. Some people are like, no,
It's a
not.
dark ride. It
It's,
counts.
to me, it's like a weird mesh between the two.
It is, but
no matter how you look at it, it's one of the best attractions out there. Like thematically, and also like from an engineering perspective, and like what the type of movement this thing does, it's just world class.
spectacular.
Absolutely amazing. And like, it's funny because this park already had like clearly one of the best dark ride collections out there,
Yeah.
and like the fact that they're still able to one up themselves. Is
Oh yeah, yeah.
Bravissima.
Very impressive.
And now for one of our favorite categories that we do for these superlatives, that is best coaster. Now, I feel like typically we would put this like right at the end, but I don't feel like the answer is going to be that surprising to anybody. So, it's in the middle.
Actually, all of our nominees are rides that we had already ridden.
Yeah. Well, you just use your best judgment when you hear them. Anyway, the nominees are Zadra at Energylandia, Hyperion at Energylandia, Untamed at Wallaby Holland, Ride to Happiness at Plopsaland, Belgium, and Conda at Wallaby, Belgium. Yeah, it's Ride to Happiness.
It's Ride to Happiness. Listen, I love all of these. Genuinely. All spectacular rides.
But I cannot be swayed. Sorry.
Yeah. But from the best ride to the worst ride, none of these are great, right? But some of these we purposefully skipped out on this trip. However, we have ridden every single ride here. It's just because of Some things that we did last time, we did not care to do them again. But we still felt it was important to acknowledge because there were plenty of people in our group who experienced them. So they're still showcased in the vlogs and in the series.
Yeah,
so,
good for them.
That being said, the nominees are Viking at Energylandia, Cobra at Walibi, Belgium, the Volare at Prater, the El Paso Special at Babylonland, and Geisterrikscha at Phantasialand. Might have butchered that one. This one's an easy one. We gotta give it to the Volare at Prater. I never want to ride that ever again.
This is the only Volare I ever did.
Yeah,
I never cared to do.
Not a good one.
I just skipped them. I'm like, nope. I don't count credits for this reason and this reason exactly.
If you remember, Matt was like, yeah, if anyone wants this credit, you can have it. Because that was his first time experiencing it.
And I won't take it.
So it was good to know that, a couple of years later, the ride's still running as bad as we remember it.
So the next category is definitely a tough one. And it's one that we, kind of went back and forth on a little bit because Europe has so many amazing parks, and we did a lot of really good ones on this trip. So the 4 nominees for Best Park are Efteling in the Netherlands, Walibi, Belgium, Energylandia in Poland, and Phantasialand in Germany. Ultimately, we decided to give it to Phantasialand.
Yeah, and this park is deserving of it. I mean, their collection is just unbelievable. Every square inch of that place is just elaborately themed. It is so immersive. Their attraction lineup is one of the best on the planet.
But shoot, Efteling has grown on me so much.
It's gotten good. And that brings us to our final category. And the fact that we're even able to make this a category really shows how great of a year this was for Europe when it comes to new roller coasters. This category is the best new for 2025 roller coaster. The nominees are Joy at Walibi, Holland, Aquila at Mandoria, Megalodon at Walibi, Belgium, Helios at Fantasiana, and Wiener Looping at Prater. This was another one that, it brought a lot of debate because I feel like each of these rides was really strong for different reasons. And so I think in order to determine a winner, we really had to kind of consider, the full package, which one is just the strongest in the most subcategories. And that is why we gave the award to Megalodon at Walibi, Belgium.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Phenomenal family coaster.
Yeah, I would say Gerstlauer just knocks it out of the park with their family coasters, and then this is arguably the best.
And this is a prototype, and I think that's one of the reasons why this is so impressive to us. This is currently the only one of its kind, and mad props to Walibi, Belgium for doing spectacular theming work.
It looks so great.
It is beautifully presented. The trains are gorgeous.
I was gonna say I love the I love the little sharky or whatever.
And the ride experience is so much fun.
So fun.
We did this ride over and over and over again. It was a blast. But I really did enjoy every single one of these coasters in this category.
Absolutely, yeah. It was definitely a good trip for us as far as new rides.
Yeah.
Totally.
But there you go. Our superlatives for our 2025 Coastin Thru Europe trip. Our 4th time around doing a series like this.
And not our last.
No.
I'm sure
it won't be. It won't be, which at this point, that's not going to be a surprise to anyone.
I know, and it's funny because whenever we announced it, people are always like, oh my god, yay, and I'm like, are you really surprised?
Yeah.
Are
we
you-
just have too much fun doing this.
But I like that you keep acting surprised. It makes me happy.
Yeah, no, and the fact is that there's so many great theme parks out there in Europe, and they're constantly making new investments. That's why we went back to a lot of these properties because they had something that was worth experiencing. And so we love showcasing that on the channel, and hopefully inspiring you guys to go out and make your own little Coastin Thru Europe trip one day.
Oh, please do. And play the music. Play the music. It just really enhances it from what I've heard from people saying.
Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you in our next trip.